specifically BitChute and Rumble. If you're watching this on Twitch, I'm just going to delete this in a second, so just ignore it. I wanted to pre-record this video and then upload it, but my PC is, as much as a workhorse as it is, it's run out of space because I have too many games, and I actually have like quite a few of my live streams. They're like 5 hours, some of them are 8 hours. I have some of them saved. I need to get an external hard drive and do that because I want to edit and catalog some of that stuff, and I'm not ready to delete it from my PC yet. So instead, we're just going to do it live. This is a video just kind of explaining why there is no part 2 to Rust when it comes to my Mange Plays Live channel. What had happened was that YouTube YouTube actually canceled this channel. Like, they deleted it, which was profound. It was extremely odd. I had no idea why they would do that, but I just wanted to take a second to explain that. This isn't going to be like one of my long videos. Yeah, so I went to play Rust in part 2 of my stream series, and OBS Streamlabs said that they couldn't connect to YouTube. And I was like, that's weird. So I went on to YouTube, and I wasn't signed into my Mange Plays Live account. For some reason, I had been signed out of that and just signed into one of my other, like my normie account. And I was like, that's weird. So I tried to sign in, and the account wasn't there. I tried searching my channel in the search bar, and I didn't show up there either. And then I went onto I think it was on Facebook, and I just found a link to my YouTube, and I clicked on it, and it said this account no longer exists. And that was a surprise. That was news to me. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why. So, very nervously, I went to my Gmail and just tried to find. I get a lot of spam in there for this account, but I tried finding YouTube, and I had finally gotten a message. And so there was a part 3. I digress for a second. There was a part 3 to this Rust series, and for some reason that failed to upload to my YouTube, and I know why. And I'll fix that. I'm trying to download it. I don't have a lot of space on my PC, but I'm going to download it and upload it to YouTube after this video. So there's some kind of chronology. So this is kind of like a placeholder for part 2. The thing about Rust is that especially where we're at, me and D-Spots from Twitch, where we're at right now, we're on a server that resets every Thursday too. So you're really not missing much. You missed us build a little bit, and then the island reset, and now we're back on. The island is new now. It's a whole new terrain, and we're just working on that. So I can bring you up to speed. Actually, when I download part 3, you'll be caught up to speed, and then hopefully today we'll be downloading part 4. But where are you, YouTube? Sorry, I did this in part. If you do watch part 3, you're just gonna see me do this. So maybe this isn't that important. Here we go. So I get this email from YouTube. Mange Plays Live. We have removed your channel from YouTube. Hi, Mange Plays Live. We have removed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our community guidelines. Because of this, we have removed your channel from YouTube. We know this is probably very upsetting news, but it's our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. If we think a channel severely violates our policies, we take it down to protect other users on the platform. But if you believe we've made the wrong call, you can appeal this decision. You'll find more information about the policy in question and how to submit an appeal below. And this is what their policy says. What our policy says: spam, scams, or commercially deceptive content are not allowed on YouTube. How does this affect your channel? We have permanently removed your channel from YouTube. Going forward, you will not be able to access, possess, or create any other YouTube channels. What to do next? And that was like make an appeal, but you get the gist of it. For some reason, my channel violated YouTube's policies regarding spams, scams, and commercially deceptive content. And I'm not exactly sure how that line was crossed. There are a lot of big YouTube channels and big YouTube accounts that go over all the baloney that they have to deal with YouTube and their algorithms. To give YouTube their due, they have so much video content on their servers that you could not possibly watch it in your entire lifetime. It literally second for second, minute for minute, if you laid it all out, or if you just, if you wanted to watch every single bit of content on YouTube right now, just like if this was the cutoff, you would not be able to accomplish that in your lifetime. So that said, they rely on their algorithms. The problem with the algorithms are that they don't know the context of the video. So my suspicion is that I have two suspicions. On Facebook, when I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, part 2, that video got flagged by Sony for music. But then before I could even, it was funny, I logged into Facebook and I had 2 notifications. One said, you have a copyright claim from Sony Music on your video. And then the second notification was, Sony removed their copyright claim from your video. So Sony was really nice about it. I think very responsive. But then Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, I got a strike from, I believe they're called the Universal Music Group, or UMG. I always mess up I think it's UMG. And they are a big company. They own a lot of music, and they're more aggressive. So Part 3 got flagged, and I had to type a dispute on Facebook. And it took a while, and nobody could watch my video in the United States and I think 237 other countries. So, but eventually, because the way that streamers and live streamers do Let's Play videos, it's a transformative use of the work. It really doesn't take that much alteration to make something transformative. So if the Universal Music Group was flagging my video because of they own the music, but the music was licensed to the game, so it's already like transformative at that point, and then I'm playing it live in a Let's Play format with my own commentary, critique, and criticisms, and it's fair use. It's transformed enough, and if that wasn't the case, there would be no Let's Play channels on YouTube whatsoever. But again, these algorithms, they don't know the context. They cannot discern that. So anyway, that's what happened on Facebook. Eventually, UMG dropped their claim. I have a firm belief. It was a 36-second clip of a song that was on Guardians of the Galaxy. I have a firm belief that that's what might have upset the YouTube algorithm. My second thing was that this ban happened immediately after my first video playing Rust. And what I suspect is because Rust has nudity. Mind you, I went into the settings before we played to see if there was a streamer mode. There is a streamer mode on Rust, but it just kind of hides the server names, which doesn't help me. I can't, it hides them for me too. So I don't know the name of the server I'm logging into. So that's dumb. But there's also an option to pixelate the nudity in Rust, and there's also an option to cover the nudity with underwear in Rust. And so I thought the pixelation was enough, and perhaps the YouTube's algorithm just saw, nude bodies. I pretty positive. I can't tell you specifically where, but I'm pretty positive that pixelation doesn't always save you from the algorithm. Even though there are videos out there with pixelation nudity, the pixelation wasn't that blurry either. Like you could kind of make out some stuff. So maybe that's what flagged it. So you have those two things. I think either it was a music thing or it was a nudity thing. So from going forward, I've changed it so that when you start off naked on the island, everyone's wearing underwear instead, just to avoid that if that was the case. What else? Oh, and but then on Facebook the other day, I got my video partially muted for Rust Part 2 because of music, and I'm like, there's no music on that game. I mean, there's music, but there's no licensed music. Like, it's not like a music. It's not a famous song. It's music made for the game. So I think it's Face Punch Studios that makes Rust. Maybe they just have a copyright claim, which doesn't make sense. They know their audience. They know their games get played on Let's Plays. I don't know why they would have the algorithms sick down on those kind of things, but that's also the third option. But so to recap, we almost lost the channel. I had to put in a dispute. And I know I keep going off the rails here, but it's possible that YouTube might have thought my channel was a bot, because even though I've got a pretty good catalog of videos, I've got they're like, some of them are 5-hour, 8-hour videos, some of them are 1-hour videos. That's something that a bot can do. Like start up a channel, generate or upload long form videos, and then like a couple months in, start testing the waters and playing like music videos or something, or like, and the YouTube algorithm might have been like, okay, this is bot behavior, and then shut my account down. And then when I went to dispute and I went through their their claims, they were like, oh, human. All right, sorry guys, sorry, human. Just we kill a lot of bot channels this way, so we apologize. That's one other thing that is a possibility. But YouTube is a real enigma. They don't tell you specifically what it is that you did. And I mentioned this in my part 3 video of Rust. When you become a content creator on YouTube, they have all these videos that help you, they help you with the content creative process. One of the videos they have cover copyright claims, and if you don't have editing software on your computer, YouTube has if you click like edit video, it takes you to another web page called YouTube Studios. Facebook has something like that, and on the phone, on mobile, it's like it's an app called YouTube Studios, but essentially it's like their free version of video editing software. So if you have a claim about copyright infringement, particularly audio copyright infringement, the video goes out of their way to tell you that like you'll be notified, and then you have the option to go to the YouTube Studios, and you can isolate the offending track and replace it with with something from their catalog of sorry, not fair use. When public domain. You can choose from their catalog of public domain music and sound effects or whatever to fill that, to replace that audio track. And none of that happened. There was like empty promises. They just killed my channel, no warning. And you hear that a lot on YouTube from content creators. Although with the bigger people that I usually watch, and I say bigger people, some of the people I watch on YouTube are like E-list, but they have at least some people following, a couple thousand, and all they have to worry about is demonetization. They're just like, oh, video, this is how I pay my bills, and video got demonetized because I just said a bad word or something, and that's all they have to deal with. Me, I'm not even monetized. I just get my channel killed, and I think that's ridiculous. And by proxy, my YouTube channel, I haven't forgot about you, BitChute and Rumble. My YouTube channel, once something's published on it, it gets published on my BitChute channel and on my Rumble channel. And if you don't know what those two things are, they are alternate platforms. They're basically YouTube, but they're alternate platforms for YouTube. So you don't have to worry. You can be a content creator. They're not as big yet. Rumble seems to be doing a little bit better, but they have like a unique concept where you upvote and downvote videos for the day. And it's kind of bracketed, and eventually the upvote and downvote videos compete for viewership, and the last one at the end of the day that's like left standing gets like money, like a prize pot. That's one gimmick they have. but they seem to be doing okay. A lot of people who choose not to be on YouTube anymore have kind of gone to Rumble. BitChute doesn't seem to have their stuff together yet. I think they're based out of the UK, and as a content creator, they need you to kind of you can make videos on there for free, but you have to keep it under 2 gigs. And unfortunately, like my videos being as long as they are, they tend to go a little bit over 2 gigs. So because their server space is so precious to them, you have to pay like a $5 subscription a month in order to get like the nearly unlimited upload space that you need. But that's not forever. You know, they're just trying to grow, and it's healthy to have a competitor. I don't think YouTube should be the only place where you can get content like this. And if you value, like, if you have people on YouTube that you like to watch, YouTube channels and such, if you can find the videos where they're lamenting about the stuff that they have to deal with YouTube, it's pretty healthy to move on from a platform like this, and support people on other platforms. Even if you don't want to part ways with YouTube, just going on like BitChute or Rumble, it's just good because it creates a healthy market. You know, it's not just Google in their tower, you know, controlling everything and who can and can't post content, and you know, an algorithm that can't figure out, you know, what's fair use or whatnot. And what if I did make a lot of money off of this, and I decided to leave one of my 2 jobs? I work like 64 hours a week. I only get to do this kind of stuff on the weekend. So what if I wanted to not do that, and I was relying on revenue, and then some baloney like this comes up and all of a sudden I can't do that? So, but you're not going to get those problems on Rumble and BitChute. There's certainly some stuff that you're not going to find on there if you're looking for political videos, but like I said, I think it's very good to cast a broad net. So, you know, anywhere that people want to follow me, I'm going to probably try to go to that platform and provide my video catalog there. That's more people that would have seen me that would not have seen me, you know, if I was just in one place. So, that said, I'm on Facebook, Mange Plays Live. I'm on YouTube and Twitch, Mange Plays Live. I am on BitChute and Rumble. I'm on Twitter at Mange Plays Live. You can see me there. And yeah, and I have a Patreon and a Subscribe Star. I wasn't going to do Patreon. I was just going to do Subscribe Star because Patreon, I don't quite agree with their policies either. They feel like, well, you don't have to get all your, you know, if people want to donate to you, you don't have to do it through Patreon. There are other options like Subscribe Star, like I mentioned. Maybe you're just hearing that term for the first time today, Subscribe Star. Maybe you haven't heard of it before. But basically, Patreon polices their the people on their platform. So like me, you know, if I'm on their platform, they'll police me even when I'm not using my own brand. So let's just say some podcaster in my town that happens to have a following, like maybe like a sizable one, wants to do a slice of life expose or something, and they're looking for local content creators. I'm just making this scenario up, but it's, you know, it's not unlikely. And I go on there for one reason or another. Maybe I saved a dog or something. I don't know. But I'm not going on there as Mange Plays Live. I'm just using my normal name. No mention of my brand. Nothing. Just there. And I do something, which I wouldn't, but if in theory I did something that was like unflattering or unsavory, that reflected poorly on me, maybe I said something that was disagreeable in today's political climate, Again, I wouldn't, but the point is, if I did, and I was a little bit bigger, because I'm also just a tiny fish here, but Patreon had a problem with that, even though it's not on my channel, it's not my brand, I'm not even using my moniker, but they know who I am, and they don't like what I have to say, they'll cut me off. And but Subscribestar doesn't do that. Subscribestar literally just, hey, don't be hateful on our site. Make whatever content you want. It's your money. People are donating it to you. And I think that's more what people want. That's what content creators want. They don't want to have their hands tied with what Patreon wants, you know? So Subscribestar gives content creators that freedom. So if you want, you can subscribe to me on either or, though. I do have Patreon. I don't plan on pissing off the Patreon overlords anytime soon, but if I did have a preference for one over the other, it'd be Subscribestar. How do I find your Subscribestar and or Patreon, Mange? Good question. Follow me wherever you're watching me right this second. So look in the description of the video, or if it's not there, go to my main page and you'll find it in there in the description somewhere, one or the other. So like I said, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, BitChute. I think it's listed on my Twitter too, and amongst some other social media sites that I have an account on too that are lesser known. So that is a very long and convoluted explanation as to why there is no part 2 to Rust. Also, it has been a long time since I've created content. There was a wedding, not this past weekend, but the weekend past, that somebody important to me got married. And then the weekend before that, so we're going back like almost 4 weeks now, there was also another wedding. So it's been really hard to get content in. And then this past Saturday, I was doing job training at my second job, which paid out because I've kind of hit a new level. I've been like promoted, as it were, and I'm definitely making more money, and that's a good thing. And my hours changed a little bit, probably for the better. And who knows where we go from there? But you know, you sacrifice a little bit now for the long-term gain. As a famous psychologist I know said in a book, you know, like more, if you want to use analogies, put an R in there. If you want to use analogies, it's like killing a mammoth as a primitive cave person, and not knowing what to do with all the meat. So, but you don't want anybody else to have it, so you let it spoil, or you eat as much as you can. But damn, you don't let anybody else have it. That's short-term gain. Now, killing the mammoth and knowing that, and then finding other people and offering it, well, now you know when the next mammoth gets killed, you're going to be invited to eat. So you sacrifice now, especially your abundances, for guarantee later. And that's kind of a good metaphor for life, I've come to find out. So working hard now for a payoff later. There will be a time when I can do this more freely, when we can do longer, more streams per week. Maybe not make them as long, but make them more plentiful, and create a lot of content. And I can start researching how to do more editing, clean up my interface with my videos, make it more interesting, start really integrating the chats and Twitch and stuff into live videos. So like all sorts of, you know, interesting things happen when people interact with it. And, you know, not to be annoying, but, you know, just to cultivate a small community. I have a Discord. I wonder if I can pull that up. Where? is my Discord? Cool. All right. So my Discord. I believe it's just called Mange Plays Live. So MANGE space PLAYS space LIVE on Discord. You'll see my logo. And yeah. So feel free to join that as well. I don't think it's locked or anything, so you should be able to do that. And again, sorry, I apologize for doing this, making this such a long video compared to the ones I normally post. It's not, but I just wanted to explain my absence and what was going on. I'll try to modify this to an even, I mean, like I'm talking like a 40-second video for social media maybe. So I'll do that. I am going to be going on very shortly. I gotta stop saying I'm trying to get part 3 on YouTube. I don't think that's gonna work today, so either I'll play Rust Out of Order and I'll shoot part 4 today and upload part 3 later onto YouTube, or I'll play something else. Maybe I'll play Fall Guys, considering how little time I'll probably have later today. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do this. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me. You don't have to subscribe. I'm just happy that you're watching. If you happen to subscribe, that just means I can get better at this because I'll have more free time.